Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and I wish you a very happy new year. Okay, and so let's continue the discussion for Saturn in the third house and how it will impact your life and what kind of remedies we can follow. So, to know more about the remedies, please stay till the end of this video. So, Saturn, whenever it is in your third house. So, first we need to know what is your third house. Okay. So, third house is all about your communication skill. Third house is your courage, your hobbies, your way of talking with people. Okay. How you connect with others. That is everything we can see from the third house. Now, when a planet, let's say a very karmic and heavy planet like Saturn is placed in the third house, that means what we can expect from that particular native. The very first thing what we have observed so far by studying multiple charts, okay, so many charts, so many case studies, that in this position Saturn always give straightforward communication. Like in this situation or in this combination, the native the native, irrespective of gender, like both male and female, they have a tendency to give straightforward communication or straightforward talk. They prefer to say whichever is white, then that is white, whichever is black, that is black. Okay, so they prefer that kind of communication. Now I believe you get my point, what I'm trying to say. So even there is one more thing. Even in this situation also, even in this condition also, most of the time I have seen that Saturn in the third, you know they they don't have the intention to hurt people, but because of their bitter truth, okay, the ugly truth, let's say, okay, they say it, they tell in front of the people. Okay, they tell in directly, you know on face, that yes, this is whatever you have done, that is wrong, or whatever you are thinking, that is wrong. So that kind of straightforward, let's say, unfiltered communication we can expect from the native who are having Saturn in the third position. Okay, now what else? Now, courage. Definitely, being Saturn there, it gives lot of courage to the folks. They are very courageous. They don't care about the negative things, like if I fail, what will happen. They don't care about that. They know that yes, they have the opportunity, and for that opportunity they are going to give their more than 100%. So that kind of tenacity, that kind of confidence, that kind of willpower they have whenever Saturn is in the third house. There's one more thing. When we talk about hobbies, right? So here, most of the time we have observed that people have a lot of hobbies, but when Saturn is in the third house, their hobbies can become a passion, and later that passion can become a profession. Okay, so one little bit of tweak I'll say here. It's not only about Saturn in the third house. By any chance, if Saturn is connected with third house, okay, it is little bit off topic, but I'm just adding a bit different flavor here. If Saturn is connected by any chance with third house, either by sitting there or aspecting or in conjunction with the third lord, your hobby can become your passion, and later that passion can become your profession. So that's how that particular train goes. Now, from the third house, now Saturn has three aspects, right? Saturn has three aspect, one in the third house from Saturn, 7th and 10th. Now when it is in your third house, it aspects your fifth house with the third aspect. It aspect your fifth house. What is fifth house? Your creativity. Fifth house, your creativity. Fifth house is your romance. Fifth house is your progeny. Fifth house is your purva punya. It is your childbirth. We can see the birth of child in your chart. from the fifth house. Okay, we can see your studies, you can see your wisdom. Now, when Saturn is aspecting in your fifth house, I always tell people that you should not restrict your creativity. See, Saturn is definitely a planet of discipline, a planet of a bit of restrictions, definitely. But when it is aspecting your creativity, it is not restricting your creativity. It is telling you that be ethical with your creative thoughts. Make sure that whatever you are thinking, the idea you are generating, it should help people. It should not be something like it is only for your benefit, own benefit. Then Saturn will start giving you trouble because it is third aspect. Wherever Saturn gives its third aspect, that means you have to be very careful in that particular related house. You should not do something extravagant things. You should not, I mean, you learn, you study, you plan something, you execute, but make sure this is for better cause, this is for the betterment of the society or some more people. Okay, it should not be like self-centered idea. It should not be something which is only impacting you. Then Saturn is going to give you some trouble, some restrictions, some obstacles. Okay, now with the seventh aspect, it is aspecting your ninth house, your bhagya sthan, the house of luck, the house of higher wisdom, house of spirituality. These people, whenever Saturn aspects the ninth, the very best placement for spirituality, very best placement for charity, very best placement for taking guru diksha, or chanting mantras, doing jap. It's a very favorable, I would say very favorable condition. Okay, and they are not god fearing people. Whenever Saturn aspects ninth house, they are not god fearing people, they are god loving people. Okay, there are a lot of people who fear that if I don't do that ritual, god might be, might be getting angry on me. Okay, or maybe I made a mistake, that's why I'm getting some punishment from the god. But the beauty of Saturn in the third house people is they love god, they don't fear them, in whichever religion, doesn't matter. Okay, they love their divine entity, and they treat them as their family member. That is the best part of Saturn in the third house, and when it is aspecting your ninth through the seventh aspect. Okay, they can see, you might have seen in the society that a lot of people are there. I'm not talking about the famous saints and monks, no, just simple living, normal living people who are leading a very normal life. Okay, whenever you go and visit them, right, they talk about gods, and they talk about the spirituality. Okay, and they make you feel that, yes, god is something, it's like a superpower, but it is also a kind of a family member to me. So from that kind of approach, you can expect that yes, that person might have an aspect in their ninth house by Saturn. So whenever Saturn is aspecting the ninth house, they are God loving people, not God fearing people. Okay, so that's what I have seen so far. Now, one more aspect is happening, right? So the another aspect, it is happening in the, I mean, with the tenth aspect, it is happening in the 12th house. From the third house, it is aspecting your 12th house. What is 12th house? 12th house is your expenses. 12th house is your charity. 12th house is your moksha. 12th house is your hospital expenses. Not only normal expenses, but medical expenses. So Saturn watching there means, first of all, they will definitely do charity, and by doing charity, most of the badhak, most of the obstacles, most of the dosha, they can clear. Okay, any dosha which is getting generated by Saturn or Mars or Jupiter, they can, half of the dosha effect of that particular dosh can be removed just by doing charity. Now here one thing, what Saturn demands, Saturn demands that you do charity but don't do show off. Now this is a bit tricky situation for Saturn. When Saturn is in the third house, in the house of communication and aspecting the 12th, here Saturn will test you through charity. How? There are a lot of people who does charity, and at the same time they post it into the Facebook or in social media, YouTube, whatever, that I have done that charity. I have feed so many, people, or I have donated so and so amount in orphanage or in Vriddhashram, old age homes. That means you are not restricting your communication towards the charity, or any communication you are doing related to charity, that is not liked by Saturn. That you have to remember. Saturn what prefers? Saturn prefers silent donation. You go, you provide, you come back. You don't expect a popularity out of it. You don't expect a recognition out of charity. You might get some recognition, you might get popular through some social media stunt, and that's fine. It's okay, everywhere now camera is on, right? So that is fine. But if you are doing it by yourself and you are doing it intentionally, that you have, you know doing it, okay, and you're posting it, then there is a problem. Now a lot of people has have questions. The moment you guys will hear it, one question will strike in your mind, that there are a lot of NGOs and organizations, right? To give a proof, right? They post the photos. That is different. That is an organization. There you will not work as a single person. That is different. When I'm talking about as an individual, when you are doing it, okay, when you are doing it through charitable trust, that is different. Okay, but when you are doing it just by yourself, that you have to remember. Okay, let's take an example of me. Let's take an example that I have Saturn in the third house. Okay, now I have connected with one orphanage and I have donated something to that particular institution, either food or clothes or books, whatever. I have taken photos. I have my social media account. I have my YouTube channel right now. I have posted, and people have started liking it, following it. So, what I did, I made myself a bit popular, or at least I tried to, exploit my charitable or my charity in social media to gain more popularity. If any person is doing that individually, then it is a problem. Then Saturn will strike there. Then Saturn will make sure that you are not going to get the benefit of that particular charity, because you are a Rahu dominated person. You are showcasing your charity to gain popularity. But when you are doing through a charitable organization, let's say you five people are there, you have started an NGO, it is an organization. That is a different concept. So don't mix both the things. There we need proof, definitely, where you are putting money, right? Simply you cannot give money to any NGOs, right? You should have a proof. That is different. There not only Saturn works, their Jupiter works, their moon works. Okay, so that's a total different combination. I hope you guys get it. Now, a very fantastic remedy in general for the Saturn in the third house is, the first thing, you you know you start doing mantra, you start taking the God's name, mantra jap, naam jap, whatever it is. Visit temple or visit any religious places based on your religion at least once a week, anytime, whenever it is feasible for you, and bow down to the Supreme. Okay, and ask for forgiveness. So Saturn in the third house people, they do that actually. Okay, by nature they do that. So that definitely is going to give lot of positive vibes, positive vibration, positive energy, for that particular native. That is one remedy. Second important remedy is definitely do charity, but if you are doing it as an individual, Let's not make it, uh, let's not make it, you know that's what we have discussed, right? So you should not post it in social media to gain popularity, that okay, I have done the charity. Let's not do that. So avoid doing that. Then it will give you a best of the best results. And one more very unique remedy, instead of going for any gemstones or coverage or any homas, havan, okay, leave all those things. One of the unique remedy for Saturn third house is feeding dogs. Now here the question is, okay, that I already have a pet in my house. I'm not talking about the pet. I'm talking about the street dog. Okay, doesn't matter it's a black or red or white, doesn't matter. I know a lot of people, we say that, in this particular subject, who all are there, right? That no, only feeding the black dog gives the benefits for the Saturn. It's there in theory, but actually I have seen that when you feed a dog, right, irrespective of its color, it's actually not only making your Saturn stronger, or let's not say stronger, let's say positive. Also, it is making your Rahu much better. Okay, so that you can try feeding street dogs. Okay, in whichever time period, it doesn't matter what you are feeding. Okay, it doesn't matter that whether you should feed veg or non-veg. In whichever area, if you stay, if you're feeding them even biscuit also, that's absolutely fine. It totally depends on you. Okay, biscuits, milk, bread. Okay, so based on you, just you have your own thoughts, like what you can feed, which is easily affordable for you, which is easily available in the market. Okay, you go and feed at least on Saturday, every Saturday, in whichever time you prefer. That you can make an habit, and that is an absolutely unique, fantastic, effective remedy, rather than going for an amethyst or blue sapphire, some coverage and blah blah blah. Not required. Saturn third house people, actually they don't need any external remedies. They do charity, proper communication, respect to others, respect to every religion, religious belief, bow down to God, and feed that street dog. That's it. More than enough. More than enough. Even if your Saturn is debilitated, let's say if Saturn is debilitated, okay, in third house, still you don't need any gemstones. If you want, you can wear it, but it is not needed. You can wear it for fashion. It looks good. The blue stone, the purple stone looks good in the fingers, but it's actually not needed. And if you are having an exalted Saturn in the third house, then the remedies, whatever I have said, it's the, you know like top remedy. Let's say the top remedy, nothing can beat, is these three remedies for making it much more better, much more positive for you. Okay, so thanks for staying with me till the end. And I'm getting a lot of support, a lot of views. Okay, and a lot of comments are coming nowadays. So it shows that you guys are engaging with me, you guys are loving my videos. So thanks a lot for supporting me, and it is giving me a lot of encouragement. So thank you so much. And in 2026, I believe I can bring a lot of videos, interesting topics, interesting remedies for you, and hope to see you again soon. Thank you.